guys, greetings from Crypto Expert channel. In today's video, we're gonna talk about the hype topics that many of us are curious about and wanna learn. How do you buy land in Metaverse? Which Metaverse projects make sense? More precisely, what Metaverse projects are there? And what are the prices of the lands in these Metaverse projects? How much land should we buy? How big should it be? What can we do with these lands? How do they gain value? About such questions, I prepared 2 videos that I shared with you in brief by examining all platforms that everyone is curious about and that I've been working on for a few weeks and trying to learn. There will be projects that I analyze in these videos, and at the end of the second video, we will ask which projects make sense to go for. I'll answer the questions such as what project am I going for, step by step. That's why I suggest you to watch these 2 videos without skipping, so that you don't miss any details. If you want to support me and my channel, you can subscribe to Expert Crypto YouTube channel and like this video. If you're ready, let's get started. If you have questions about what Metaverse is, I made a series of Metaverse videos in my channel, as you might have seen. Here we have made a basket of Metaverse altcoins, and these 6 Metaverse tokens have pretty much risen in value. So if you haven't watched the videos, make sure to start watching them so that you learn what the Metaverse is before all else. Then we will get step by step into how to buy land in Metaverse and what kind of projects there are. If you also want to watch this video, I'll leave a link at the top right, guys. After watching the video, I suggest you to continue with this one. So what we've seen in the news and what is important right now is that these lands in Metaverse rise gradually in value. In other words, lands that were on sale for amounts like $100, $1,000 or $10,000 at first were sold for $2.5 million last week. Yes, you heard right, guys, for $2.5 million. The Canadian investment company Decentraland, the company that owns the Mana token, bought the virtual land worth $2.5 million in the Metaverse. So imagine there's such a Metaverse project. So why are these people doing this? Are people crazy? Are companies crazy? Of course not. People actually say that in the future, people will spend time on Metaverse projects, on Metaverses. It's actually a logic based on assumptions such as socializing, flirting, going to work, working out, talking to people, and visiting exhibitions with the VR headset on. I believe in that logic too, guys, because let's say in the future you want to go to the Maldives, right? You don't have to finance your resources, time, or plan to go to Maldives. It could be for any reason. You're in America or somewhere else. You can put on your VR headset and go to an island in the Maldives and have all day with a virtual hotel there. You can get a message, you can do lots of things. So I think the future will be shaped on the Metaverse. Of course, it's open to discussion, guys. I mean, does it make that much sense to disconnect from the real world, right? Of course, those discussions continue, but I think it makes sense to invest in Metaverse projects. Of course, nothing we talk about in this video is investment or financial advice, but let's get to know the projects, guys. First project we are talking about is the most famous one. One of the most hyped projects right now in Decentraland. You know, in Decentraland, the currency is Mana. Let's go into Decentraland together and see what kind of place it is. We click Get Start. You can create an ID by clicking Get Start, or you can log in as a guest. Here, then the game is loaded. Now, what can we do in these games? Now, of course, we see everything 2-dimensional on the computer. You start the game in Genesis. Genesis is the place everyone goes. Think of it this way. All of the avatars that are created start the game in Genesis. Think of it like a square, all the avatars land here. And after that, you start the game. Now, we started here, guys. As you can see, this is my avatar, the unique weirdo. There are people here, as you can see, this is a Metaverse. Now, you come here, for example, it says there's a poker line on the top right. There is Genesis Plaza at the top and Tomino Casino above that, if you wanna go to casino. So guys, as you can see, there are also other people here. Here is Chaser3247 and there is Windoomer. For example, by clicking on their profile, you can see who this person is. You can add them as a friend and you can talk to them. At the same time, you can see from the first person perspective, or you can see your character from the third person view. You can play with your WASD keys, the keys we all use in many other games. Now, let's jump down. When we go down, as you can see, we come to a place like a bar in the Metaverse. There's a dog, he probably is bartending here. Let's proceed. There are people, these are other avatars. There's a bartender here. And here you can see how you can play the game. When you walk a little further, you can go out. There's a huge world out there. It's very difficult to explore all of it. There's a map in the upper left. Here you can visit exhibitions, museums, play games, do many things. And the land here is getting more and more valuable. As I said, a Canadian company spent $2.5 million on this Metaverse we are in right now. What will they do with this? For example, you bought a land, guys. You can build a concert venue here, you can build a casino, you can build a gym or an exhibition here. You can also get money from people who come to the concert you organize in a concert venue. In other words, these Metaverses could become one of the business centers of the future, and you can generate income from here. For this reason, many companies and many people are making investments here. There's a building, as you can see. They built a trade center. someone bought this place and built this building. This is an example. You can also buy land from here and do the same. So this was the game, guys. It's very interesting. You can also check out the game yourself. I wanted to share it with you because many of you were asking, how can we enter this game? What kind of games are these games? It's really different when you try to visualize the game in your mind. So that's why I wanted to share the gameplay. Now let's see how we can purchase the land from here. Now when we click on the marketplace, then when you click on the land, you see a screen like this. As you can see, these green ones are from Genesis. Like I said, that's where the avatars land. These dark blue squares are where the communities are. Think of them like clubs. Only those who are members of this club will be able to enter here, so these places are not for sale. Other small squares you see here are parcels, guys. For example, this is a parcel over there. This is also a parcel. This one is a parcel too. And you can purchase it depending on the dimensions here. When you buy one square, it's called parcel. If you buy more than one adjacent square, then it's called a steak. So you get a larger area. What's special about bigger area? You can use one square to maybe build a house or something similar, but when you have 2 squares, you can build a mall, or on 4 squares, you can build a stadium, casino or concert venue. Another important point, parcels closer to Genesis are more valuable, friends. The areas close to the main roads are also more valuable. That's similar to how things are in the real world. The land becomes more valuable if it's close to the center and the main road. And the fact that more than one land is next to each other, of course, increases the value of that land. At the same time, let's say there's a clubs, concert venue, and trade center next to you, both the houses and the land there also gain value. But why? People think that the person who comes to this concert venue or trade center will visit my shop or visit my concert venue. Or it can be thought of as they could stop by my museum or my exhibition. So it's compatible with real life. Now, for example, we wanted to buy a plot of land from here, but how we will buy it? Here the prices appear when you hover over it. For example, as you can see, the price of a small parcel here is 998,000 MENA, and when we look at the price of MENA from here, it's about $5. So that little piece of land over here costs 5 million, guys. Why $5 million, guys? Because they are close to the Genesis and close to the main road. It's very important. For example, when we go a little further back, this land costs 30,000 MENA, so the price $105,000. For example, when we look at the big 2.5 million MENA, what does it make when we multiply it by 5? It equals to $12.5 million. So the prices here are a bit high in Decentraland, because Decentraland is one of the most famous centers. As you can see, you can think of the parcel over there is 805,000 MENA, so it's about $4.5 million. The big one here is, you see guys, it's sold for 5 million MENA. So if you want to buy all of this, you have to spend $25 million. Yes, it's pretty high, and the cheapest parcel here is 3,000 MENA that I remember, about $15,000. So if you have $15 worth of MENA, you can buy a land from Decentraland. As you can see here, you can buy this red spot for 15,000 MENA. 15,000 MENA costs about $75,000, and you can come here and make your offer by clicking. And you can buy it for 15,000 MENA. For example, when you wonder what kind of place this is, you can jump in and look. Let's log in as a guest here again. You can go and see what kind of place it is before you buy your land. So you don't have to shoot a blind bullet. Now it's loading, let's see which plot we have chosen. So let's go and look around. We can make our purchase this way. But of course, as I mentioned, the cheapest land in Decentraland is $15,000, guys. If you ask if there are cheaper alternatives, yes, we will look at more suitable alternatives together in the rest of our video. And in our next video, we will consider which ones make sense to buy. Yes, this is the land, guys. As you can see, this is the land we can buy. That area over there is our land. So you can expect MENA to get cheaper if you want to buy it from here. You can wait for Bitcoin to go down a bit or wait for it to enter bear season to buy it. These are so hyped right now, guys. These could be tactics, or we could check out cheaper metaverse areas and evaluate them for the project. You can check out and evaluate different and cheaper metaverse projects. This way, you don't have to go and buy the most expensive one like Decentraland. As I said, the price of token MENA used in Decentraland is now $4.71. Yes, this also went on an incredible rise, as you can see, guys. It has increased approximately 5 or 7 times in the last 12 weeks. Therefore, I'll leave it up to you if you want to buy it from here. I don't find it reasonable to buy from Decentraland at this stage. But of course, it's everyone's own investment decision. For example, the MENA coin could rise and become $50. The value of your land would increase 100 times in value, but I prefer to wait a little longer. I purchased from more affordable, potential unexplored projects that I'll share down with you. Before we move on to our second project, I would like to tell you about my course on the Udemy platform. I prepared a content based on crypto, blockchain, pre-sale, DeFi, Metaverse, NFT. I think it's a really good course. Currently, the score of our course is 4.9 out of 5, friends. The highest cryptocurrency education score on the Udemy platform. You can go in and check it out yourself. I'll left the link in the description below. If you wanna buy the Udemy course, the content is yours for life, and you get access to new content coming every week for free, guys. As I said, the link to Udemy course is in the description below. If you wanna learn more about the cryptocurrencies, NFTs and Metaverse, you can find it on Udemy link in the video description. So let's move on to our second project. The second project is the second most famous project, friends, Sandbox. Yes, this is also the name of the coin. We can also buy land from here. I like the graphics of the game here more than Decentraland, so it's a little more Metaverse-like. Decentraland seemed a little simpler to me. The one here in the Sandbox seems a bit more futuristic, a bit more scientific. The lands in the Sandbox are also quite expensive. We can see how much it's from here. You see the graphics of the game here. I like the graphics of the game. A little more future-oriented, a little more utopian. You can also check out the graphics in the Sandbox yourself, and you can see their partner Snoop Dogg. You know, he's a famous rapper, the Vulcan Dad. There's also Smurfs, Roller Coaster Tycoon, which is a game we all played when we were little. They also have partners like Atari, so Sandbox is one of the most important projects, guys. Well, when we come here and say, for example, buy land, what will we see? How can we buy it? And what's the price of it? When we come here, you can see the land. For example, let's check this land, guys. Similarly, there's a place at Genesis here too, where we are born, where all avatars go. Other places close to it again increase in value. As you can see here, for example, the land over here is a single parcel of 2,625 sand. If you ask what is the price of the sand, it's $6. Yes, the price of the sand is $6. So this one is equivalent to about $16,000. In other words, it's quite expensive to buy land from Sandbox. When we sort from the cheapest to the most expensive, we see that the cheapest is $16,000. It's very difficult to buy land in the Sandbox. We said here that Snoop Dogg is a partner. Snoop Dogg throws parties here. Yes, guys, famous rapper Snoop Dogg is throwing parties here and selling parties for his own party. You can also join Snoop Dogg's party by buying the NFTs here. You can say, okay, we are buying the land here. There are about 90,000 parcels in Decentraland. There's a similar number in Sandbox. We are getting parcels here. But won't their supply increase? Can't there be more parcels? It's maybe, but since these are decentralized, the landowners and MENA token holders can vote and increase the number of parcels. Additionally, they may say, let's distribute half of the income here to those who already have MENA or those who own land. In other words, since everything will be done democratically and be decentralized, it was worth explaining. Yes, the Sandbox price is like this. Sandbox friends have also risen quite a bit recently, after Facebook's announcement. The lands here also increased in value. It went over $8. The price here is $8.4 as you can see. But 1 month ago, guys, it was $0.7. That's why I don't find it logical to buy land from Sandbox before the price drops. Because the minimum price of the land is $15,000. So if you have money, you can buy it. In the future, this may be $15,000 or $150,000. I can't say exactly, but I expect the price of land and sand will decrease. In the future, there's a bear season or something. I think we can buy it then and get it at a bargain price. Now that we move on to our third project. Our third project is also a promising project. There isn't Metaverse sales yet. Many will say, now there is Decentraland, there is Sandbox, these are highly valued. Can you find us a never and unknown project? Yes, guys, I found such a project for you. Sin City. Land sales haven't started yet at the time I shoot this video. To my knowledge, it will start in December. I'm following this closely too. To be aware of this, you can subscribe to my channel, The Crypto Expert, and turn on the notifications. And you can follow both on YouTube and Twitter, guys. In this way, you can be the first to know about such issues. Thus, when I make a video on subject, when I give news, it reaches you directly. Because you know that the lands run out very fast. For example, we will talk about DVI in the next video, Dvision Network. The lands on Dvision Network were sold out in 5 minutes. That's why subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications at the same time so that you can be one of the first to know. In the upcoming videos, I will tell you about the details in Sin City, guys. There are no details of it at the moment. This is also a Metaverse project where land can be bought and sold. As you can see, there are private lands, districts, public lands, roads, highways here. In the roadmaps, it's said that the Metaverse will be opened in the 4th quarter of 2022. At the same time, it mentions that the Metaverse will be open as a beta in the 1st quarter of 2022. The project has a lot of potential. It makes sense to buy a land from here, and I will evaluate it later. Stay tuned, as I said, I'll share with you. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow on Twitter, turn on notifications so that you can be one of the first to be informed. Let's finish the video. This is the first video, so I hope you like it. We explored MENA, Sandbox, and Sin City. We saw the prices. We learned how to purchase it. And what we're gonna do in the next video is that we're gonna check out Dvision Network and OVR. And we'll talk about how to purchase a land from OVR and Dvision Network. These are relatively less popular platforms compared to Decentraland and Sandbox. We will evaluate them together, and we will try to buy land from them. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you liked the video, please share it with your friends so that we reach more people and our channel grows. Let's become a bigger family. Thanks in advance to all of you. See you guys in the next videos. Alright guys, we've come to the end of this video. If you liked the video, please subscribe to my channel, and like and comment would be great. Take care until the next video.